In today's video, I'm going to show you how to make this soup. It has the flavors of ginger and garlic and sesame oil in it. It's really delicious and simple to make. It's a Hawaiian recipe, but I don't know the name of the recipe, so I'm just going to show you how to make it in today's video. So I have a recipe card at the end of the video for you guys to let you know everything that you'll need to make this soup. So this is the amount of ginger that I have right now. I would say this is probably about a quarter cup, and about the same amount of garlic. This is a full head of garlic. It was just a small one. So I have about equal amounts here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to chop them up and start putting them into some boiling water. Here is my ginger and garlic all chopped up. I probably could have thrown this into the blender and just blended it up that way. I don't know why I didn't think of that, but that would be an easier solution. I'm going to put this in the water and start my water to boil. So what I'm doing here is I have a couple of potatoes, and I'm just going to be dicing them up to about this size, maybe smaller, or however you want them. And right now I just have 3. If I do adjust, anything that I adjust, I'll put in the recipe cards at the beginning of the video. So right now I'm just going to cut these up and start putting them into the water with my ginger and garlic. So I have my potato, and I'm just going to put that into my water with my ginger and garlic. While my potatoes is boiling, I'm going to start chopping up this bok choy. And you can use either bok choy or the Chinese cabbage. Yeah, I think that's what it's called. It kind of looks like, I guess you could probably even use the Napa cabbage too. I think they're 2 separate things. I don't know. Anyways, but this is bok choy. It's also another kind of cabbage. I like to use this one, and actually the other cabbage that I was looking at, the Chinese cabbage, didn't look very good at the store, so I chose this one. And I'm hoping it's going to be enough. And I'm also going to be chopping up some leek, which is also onion. If you don't have this one, you can use the green onion too, but I just thought it would be cool to use these ones today. So I'm gonna get started on breaking these, chopping these up. So really quickly, I'm gonna add some salt to, instead of salt, I'm gonna be putting some soy sauce in there. So I prefer the Aloha shoyu, but it's hard to get where I live, and so I'm almost done with that. So I am going to use this kikoman. The thing with the difference between this one and this one is this one's a lot saltier, so I have to use a lot less. So this is definitely just by taste. I'm going to start out by adding just like maybe a tablespoon or 2. Again, I'll write the ingredients that I do use for you. But right now I'm just going to do this to taste and let you know how much I used. But just something to keep in mind that the soy sauces are different, especially when you're going from the shoyu to the kikoman. I have the bok choy all chopped up, and then I'm going to cut up this leek. It gets a lot of dirt in there, so I'm probably going to give it a rinse after I chop it up. Okay, I got it. Okay, I got it all chopped and rinsed. So I will start adding this into the soup. So I tasted it, and it needs more ginger and garlic taste. So this is what I'm adding right now. I'll probably add a couple more cloves of garlic because these ones are like tiny from the middle. So I'll grab a couple more. I grabbed a couple more cloves of garlic, and I'm just going to put these in the blender this time. My ginger is organic, so I'm just going to leave the skin on. I'll probably peel that thing off with a knife and just stick it all in the blender. Alright, so I probably could have cut this cabbage a little bit smaller, but I also went ahead and adjusted my salt, so I added probably about another 2 teaspoons, little by little, and I added the rest of the ginger and the garlic. And so the flavor that I'm going for here is really strong garlic. I'm sorry, really strong ginger. The garlic is pretty strong too, but I like the ginger to give that spiciness, and so I've got that here. So far, it has taken about a clove and a half, small cloves, small, the whole little bulb thing. It's taken me about 1.5 of those and a pretty good chunk of ginger. So I think I've achieved it now. So anyways, what I'm looking for here is just to get these potatoes to be done. And when they're done, I'm going to put some shrimp in here with the shell on. All right. I went ahead and dumped my shrimp in. It was at boiling, and my shrimp was frozen. So I just dumped it in like this. And I do have the shell on the shrimp because I like to eat the shell. But if you like, you can defrost them. But I like this so that I can eat it sooner. And it cools it down just a bit, but it's still hot enough that it will cook the shrimp. I don't know if that's weird, but that's how I do it. And so my stove I turned it off and then I dumped the shrimp in. And then so in a couple of minutes, everything will be ready to eat. You can see the shrimp is already like turning color. It's already almost done. I still see some spots that are translucent. So you just want to try to get everything to where it looks like pink and more opaque. Or is it less opaque? You tell me. I forgot. And so that's pretty much ready to eat. Potatoes are done. Shrimp looks done. And it'll continue cooking, but I just don't want it to overcook, so that's why I turned it off. So I thought my shrimp had the shell on. It makes a tastier broth when it does, but I'm looking at it and it's all off. Anyways, it'll still be good. So the way that I like to eat this is I like to put a little bit of the toasted sesame oil on it. And kind of a lot, maybe. And I also like to put some red pepper flakes. It's kind of spicy, so you gotta be careful. And that is it. Haven't been feeling so great. We had a lot of smoke in the area recently, and I kind of feel like irritation in the back of my throat. I don't want to get sick, so this is a powerhouse of antivirals and all that kind of stuff. So anyways, bon appetit. For this recipe, I ended up using 1.5 small bulbs of garlic, but just use a full one if you have a large one. And equal parts ginger. I used 3 russet potatoes, 1 head of bok choy, 1 leek, 3 tablespoons of soy sauce, and about 2 teaspoons of salt, but do that to taste. And then of course I topped it with sesame oil and chili flakes. Oh yeah, don't forget the water. It's just gotta cover all the ingredients. So that's it, guys. It's a really simple and delicious recipe. I hope you guys try it and enjoy it. Let me know if you do. I love hearing from you guys. Thank you so much for watching.